Forensic genetics is a fast-developing field of research. What are the challenges coming along with the new techniques and developments?
There's many challenges with forensic genetics and with DNA testing that's being done, primarily because of sensitivity. So we've improved the sensitivity, or the ability to detect very small amounts of DNA. What that then leads to is the ability to then pick up on small, or people have touched the surface, but how did that DNA get there? And so you have the challenge, and I think part of this meeting is talking about that, the challenge of detecting very, very small amounts of DNA and then finding meaning from that. So we have interpretation challenges that exist because you're getting very, very small amounts of DNA that's present. So then that leads to, we have new techniques and new tools to be able to look at that, but then some of the challenges that exist from there is there's many different tools. So which tool do you use and which one's the best one for your particular case? And you have to validate that tool and make sure it works properly, and then try to understand what the meaning of that is. So it takes time for people to be able to learn how to use those tools.
What is your hope connected with the new approaches in forensic genetic research? How should scientists respond to them?
My vision, I think, for the future of DNA testing is that it's done well, that you make sure you stay on sound scientific footing, that because you can push the sensitivity of methods beyond your ability to understand their value and how they're used, that becomes the big challenge. So to our society, if we want our society to use the technology appropriately, we have to make sure it's being used well. And that takes careful analysis and making sure that you're sound in terms of the science that you're doing. So I hope that we don't push DNA too far to the point where we can have problems, where if we're detecting low amounts of DNA without having it correctly validated, or we're doing very complex mixtures and you have the chance of falsely putting somebody into that mixture that shouldn't be there, that becomes part of the challenge. So how do you describe those results in a way that makes a difference in making the technique used appropriately? Because we want DNA and all of forensic science to be done well so that it can be trusted when it's used in court and used to help our society be better.
EUROFORGEN-NoE stands for European Forensic Genetics Network of Excellence. What is your conclusion? Did EUROFORGEN-NoE succeed in building such a network? What are the project's earnings within Europe and beyond?
The EUROFORGEN has done a lot in terms of new research, but more importantly, I think it's done a lot in terms of the training. So it's not only just doing good work with the science, but it's pushing that work out to other people. So one of the big advantages is because so much information is available on the internet today, EUROFORGEN has a nice web page and has information available on there to let people. So it's not just impacting Europe, but it's going beyond that. So that people in the United States or in Asia or South America or other places around the world can use the information that's available from EUROFORGEN. So that's, I think, one of the big pluses of a group like this, working on high quality research and then trying to implement that research through good training is really important.